Hello and welcome to this Inform Your Community Celebrate and Create event. My name is Stacy and my pronouns are she and her. And I'm so happy to have everybody here with us today. We are so excited to have with us today Ashley, who is giving us our ASL interpretation for this event. So thank you. Welcome, Ashley. And closed caption is available. You can turn that on for yourselves. At Inform Your Community, we offer fun events that talk about important information, and you can check us out at www.informyourcommunity.org. You can also find our social media links at the bottom of that page. Please do tell your friends and family to sign up for our mailing list, and of course, donations help. We are a nonprofit, and so you can also watch our videos of our past events on our YouTube channel. And we always love to hear what folks think about our events, so feel free to engage with our social media and to contact us directly. So today, this is part of our Celebrate and Create program where we have children's crafting while we talk about an important issue. And today's issue is equity and equality. And this is an important topic for many reasons. It helps to understand how people can treat each other fairly and kindly by making sure that everyone gets what they need to do their very best. This just simply means that sometimes people need different things to succeed, and that's okay. Not everyone starts at the same place, and so helping people in this way helps to make things more fair. So when we can understand this, then we can make schools and jobs and communities better for everybody. So for today's event, as I mentioned, we have Ashley Favada. So sorry, Ashley Favada here as our ASL interpreter, and I'm going to also help with any tech issues we have and help monitor the chat if you have any questions throughout the craft. Of course, if you do have any questions or comments on the craft or topic, feel free to unmute yourself or just talk and write in the chat if you like. And we also absolutely love to see works in progress, so always feel free to share your project on your camera. We'd love to see it. Today, I would like to introduce Hanyu. Hanyu will be our crafter for today. And Hanyu, please, would you be so kind as to tell us what we're making today and why you picked this craft?
Hi everyone, my name is Han Yu, and my pronouns are she and her. I'm an Asian woman with pink hair. My shirt is white, and my background is Serengeti. I picked this craft because Braille on the elevator buttons is an accommodation we could encounter in everyday life, and it helps us to understand that individuals have different needs. Braille is a tactile writing system that allows blind and visually impaired people to read and write by touching it. The Braille we're learning today is the Unified English Braille, or UEB. In Braille, numbers are made using the same dots as letters A to J, but with a special number sign, which is a backward letter L in front of it to show what follows are numbers, not letters. And here's a sample for what we're making today. And let me talk you through the materials you need for our project today. And everyone will need scissors and glue. If you did not receive our kit, you will need the following materials to participate in the craft. First, you will need one sheet of extra thick aluminum foil, or you can fold over regular aluminum foil like this, and fold it over twice or 3 times to make it thicker if you like. And you will need a ballpoint pen or other pointy stick type of object to poke dots on the aluminum foil. And you will need a pen to write and draw. It can be the same pen as the one you're poking dots with. And you'll need one sheet of light colored paper as the background. And you'll need a foam or other soft material like a towel to put underneath your aluminum foil strip so that you can poke it. If you have a magnet, you can use it, but it's totally optional. And if you did receive our kit, you will get one piece of aluminum foil with two colors and one sheet of paper printed with backworded numbers and braille numbers, and one piece of a short rectangular foam sticker, one piece of long rectangular foam sticker, and one piece of large rectangular cardboard with two sides, and one piece of a large triangular sticker, and one piece of sticker, one strip of number sticker, and one magnet, and lastly, a small yellow stick, but a ballpoint pen would work better than a stick if you have one. So you may want to grab one right now if you before we start, if you have a ballpoint pen. And while our crafters are working on making sure that they have these materials, I want to say that I love the cool concept Stacy mentioned earlier. I want to introduce you to a few more key terms related to equity and equality. The first one is equity gap. It occurs when there is a split in a data point like graduation rate occurring along racial, social, economic, or other major demographic grouping. Approaching this from an equality standpoint in which everyone receives the same resources could explain this difference or disparity. Approaching this from an equity standpoint in which accommodations are available could address or help the gap no longer exist. Need-based financial aid for college students is an example. In simpler words, some groups of people don't do as well as others, often because of things that a person can't change. If we give everyone exactly the same help, like the same school supplies or the same classes, that might not fix the problem because some kids might need more help than others to catch up. But if we give extra help to the kids who need the most, like giving more money for college to students whose families don't have as much, then we're being fair in a better way, and it can help to close the gap. Another concept is perspective. Perspective is one's point of view and standpoint or way of seeing something because one's experiences and who a person is. Perspective can sometimes reflect privilege or advantages we may not be aware of having related to our group membership or the groups we're a part of. And so it's like if you're wearing sunglasses, you see the world differently than if you don't. From the standpoint of having privilege, equality seems reasonable because you don't always realize others' needs outside of your own perspective. For example, someone without allergies is not necessarily aware or considerate of the importance of listing allergens or ingredients that cause allergies on food labels. The next term is emotion tax. It is the mental or emotional burden people can experience, particularly marginalized group members who may feel defensive against bias and discrimination, particularly at work. In other words, emotion tax is like carrying an invisible backpack that feels heavy, even if no one else can see it. Imagine you're in a group project at school and some kids don't listen to your ideas, or they assume you can't do something well, so you start to feel like you have to prove yourself all the time. That can make you feel tired, worried, or stressed, even if you don't show it on the outside to others. That heavy feeling from always trying to be careful or ready to defend yourself is what we call emotion tax. Some people feel it more often, especially if others treat them unfairly or differently. These are some definitely complex ideas. And now let's begin our craft making. So if you don't have our kit, you can use one sheet of blank paper as the background of this craft. And if you do have our kit, you can take out the purple sticker and the rectangle cardboard that is the same size. And you will have to peel the back of the purple sticker and cover up the side of the other rectangle you don't want to use. So whichever side you want to have your craft on, you will turn that side. And for example, I don't want this side, so I will peel the back of the sticker and put it over the side that I do not want. So now I have two sides I can work on. I can either pick this purple side or this brown side to work on. And then you will take out the magnet from our kit, and you can pick one side you want to use and put the magnet on the other side. So for example, today I want to work on this bronze side. I want to show everyone this bronze side for my craft. So the purple side will be the back of my craft. So I will peel the back of the magnet and put it on the purple side. But I recommend everyone using a glue stick or glue to reinforce the magnet so it sticks better and does not fall off. So I will apply some glue stick and press firmly. And if you do not have our kit and don't have a magnet, that is totally fine, and you can skip this step. And joining the event today really shows that you care and want to learn more about equity and equality. Just like you and I, there are people out there that care and have been put in action for generations. In 1946, National School Lunch Program provided free and low-cost lunch to students. In 1995, Massachusetts legalizes same-sex marriage. And in 2023, Supreme Court banned affirmative action in college admissions. And these changes are definitely not easy to make. And now let's continue to step 2 so we can start making Braille numbers. And we will set this aside first. And if you don't have our kit, you can use a piece of extra thick aluminum foil or fold over the regular aluminum foil twice or 3 times. For example, this is the regular aluminum foil folded twice and 3 times. To show you how to do this from the beginning, so we'll just have a piece of regular aluminum foil and we'll fold it once and twice. This thickness is generally good, but if you want, you can fold it one more time to make it thicker. But if you do fold 3 times and make it thicker, you'll have to poke a lot harder to make the dot when you're making your craft. And we're sending a link in the chat. It's the backworded Braille numbers sheet. You can either print it out or draw them down on a piece of paper that is the same size of your aluminum foil, or fold it over aluminum foil. And for those who have the kit, you can take out the piece of metal and be careful, it's very sharp at the side, so don't cut yourself. And this is what it looks like when you're done. So this is what it looks like when you're using the pink side, and this is what it looks like when you're using the silver side. And you'll have to pick a side you want to show, just like the examples, and we will work on the other side of the medal. So for example, if you want to show this pink side like this, we will work on the silver side. And so you have to be very careful. Do not work on the side you want to show. And if you do it on the wrong side, you might be able to flatten it with your nail later. But it probably won't look as good because this is what I did for this craft, as you can see here. And you can take the metal and put it the side you don't want facing you. So I want to show the pink side, and I will work on the silver side. And make sure the bottom and the top align. So you will put it under the braille sheet, and make sure the dots cover the metal strip like this. And if you can't see it, you can align it with the light so you can see better. And you can use a tape to keep it in place if you want, to tape the top and the bottom together, or you can fold over the sides to hold it in place like this. So I will fold it over to make sure that the dots cover the metal strip completely underneath the dot section. And once you start making your dots, don't separate or move the metal from the braille sheet. Like, don't take it out or move it up or down. Keep them together all the time. And if you don't have the kit, you can take out your towel or other soft materials you can put underneath the aluminum foil to work on. If you printed out the backward braille sheet, you can follow my next step. If you decided to freehand it, you can simply place your aluminum foil on the towel. And if you have the kit, you can take out the little foam sticker. You can put it underneath the sheet and the metal strip if you fold it over together. If you did not, you can sandwich the metal piece between the foam and the braille paper, just like this. And the reason to do that is because when you're pressing the paper on a hard surface, it does not work well. So we pad a foam stick at the sticker at the bottom, so the stick will squish into the metal and make a dot. And next, we will take out the yellow stick from the kit or use a ballpoint pen. If you're using a stick, do not use the end with the white part. Use the other end. And then you will press down with your stick or pen on the big dots. So there are two types of dots. One is the small dot and one is the big dot. So we'll only press on the big dots like this. I recommend when you're poking dots, you have two fingers holding on to the paper strip and the metal to keep them in place like this. And if you don't have the braille sheet, you can poke the pattern according to the sheet we sent in the link. If you're using a pen like this, don't poke too hard, because if you poke very hard, like right through the metal, it can be very sharp and cut your fingers when you're touching it later. As you are working down the braille paper and metal, you will want to move the foam sticker down to cover the back so you can poke the dots successfully. So for example, when you're done poking number one, number two, and you will move the foam sticker down so you can poke number 3, 4, and 5. But make sure do not move the metal strip from the braille paper. So now let's continue poking number 1. So be careful, don't poke too hard, but you want to make a dot, so you can't poke too light either. It will take some time to practice, but if you make a mistake, that's fine. Everyone makes mistakes. And while we're working on the numbers, there are some numbers, or as adults call these, statistics, I want to share with you that demonstrate how equity and equality is important to everybody. Discrimination in healthcare settings is experienced by 1 out of 5 adults over the age of 50 years. You can use your hand to see how many that is. So 1 out of 5. And 15% of all public school students nationwide have individualized education programs, and that is 7.5 million students. You may not know how much is 15%, but 7.5 million definitely sounds like a large number, right? Of all participants, 81.8%, that is 8 out of 10 fingers on your hand, which is a lot, either agreed or strongly agreed that the availability of bandage options in their skin color positively impacted their perception of healthcare facilities or healthcare workers. And after you're done making all 5 Braille numbers, you can remove the foam base and the Braille paper and set them aside. And I will just quickly poke the dots through number 2 and number 5. Oh, I just accidentally poked through 1 dot. Oh, another one. Hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, so you can take your time to poke the dots. For later, you don't have to rush it. It's totally fine. And so after you're done, if you have the kit, you can peel the back of the long foam rectangular sticker, and you can put it over one side of the metal where it doesn't have the dots on it. So after you're done working on the metal strip, you will flip it over to the side that you are showing, and make sure it's not upside down. So for the right number, it will have the backward L and a dot to the right of it. That's the Braille number 1. So this should be on the top. So don't flip it, don't put it upside down. So you will now use the long foam rectangular sticker, and you will peel the back of it, and you will put it over one side of the metal where it does not have any dots on it. So you can put it on a very little part of the metal strip just to cover a little bit so it sticks on it. And make sure when you stick the foam over the metal, you're not covering the beautiful dots you just made. And once you have these 2 pieces together attached, you will stick them onto the large rectangular piece like this, and try to put them in the middle of the rectangle piece. Oops. Like this, and press firmly. If you don't have the kit, you can use glue or tape to stick your aluminum foil onto the right side of your background. So if you have a background, you can stick it on the right side like this. And we interact with others on a daily basis, and there are some key values I want to share with you. So first one is fairness. It means treating everyone equally and giving people what they need to succeed. It's not always about giving everyone the exact same thing, but about making sure no one is left out or treated poorly compared to others. A second value is accessibility and accommodation. Accessibility means making sure everyone, no matter their abilities, can use, join, or enjoy something. Accommodation means giving someone a little extra help so they can do the same things as others. A third value is meeting people where they are. It means helping or understanding someone based on their needs, feelings, or abilities right now, not forcing them to be like everyone else. By knowing these values, we can practice these in our lives and understanding the ideas or equity and equality better. And now let's go to step 4. Step 4, if you have the kit, before peeling the back of the strip with the numbers and put on the foam sticker, if you are an older kid who is good with scissors and peeling the back of small stickers, you can choose using a pair of scissors to cut out the numbers in whatever shape you like. As example, I cut them in squares. And if you're very good at it, you can even cut them in circles or even hearts if you want. And make sure the right number stickers is next to the right number in Braille. And once again, number 1 has the backward L and 1 dot right to it. So do not put a round number next to the Braille number. And for me, I'm just gonna peel the back of the number strip and put them over the foam sticker. Oh, this is not easy. Peel the back and put it on the foam sticker like this. And remember, number 1 has the backward L with 1 dot on the right. If you don't have the kit, you can use a pen to draw the numbers on the background beside the Braille numbers on the left and make sure that they're right numbers. You can also draw patterns or use stickers to decorate them if you want. And lastly, we will use a pair of scissors to trim where needed. So for example, the back of the sticker is sticking out. So I will trim this and at the top as well. So it looks neater as a whole. And yeah, so this is our craft today. And for those who received our kit, enjoy your refrigerator magnet. You can put it over a refrigerator or any metal surface. And for those who use their own materials, you can stick it on your notebook or even use it as a bookmark if you want. And you can also use what you just made to teach others how to write from number 1 to 5 in Braille. And this is our craft today. And Stacy, do you want to take over?
I would love to. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative of you and that craft. That's so cool. Very exciting. And you can see it here in this picture. How cool does that look? I love it. I'm very excited. And I want to thank you, Hanyu, so much um for that wonderful craft at I like I said, I really just love it. So for as you well know, if you've come to our events before, these are not one and done topics at all. If you want to learn more about equity and equality, we'll help by getting you access to our videos, and you can see all of our past videos from our events as well on our YouTube channel. Additionally, on our website, we have all of the past infographics of the topics we've covered under our Get Informed tab. And we will send you an email with a link to that as well, so you can get the infographic for this topic of equity and equality. We encourage you to commit to one weekly act to raise awareness about equity and equality. And of course, getting informed at this event is a great way to start. We encourage you also to read about important figures that have something to do with equity and equality, like Jane Elliott, Anthony D. Romero, Elizabeth Taylor, Reverend Dr. William J. Barber, and the WNBA. So you'll see more about those on our, you'll see those same names on our infographic as well. So find out about equity and equality from that information. And of course, we encourage you to share it with your friends and family. Our email that we're going to send out to you will have a brief survey to let us, to ask us what you think of the event. And we encourage you to come to our next children's events. As always, the tickets, materials, and the shipping for our events are free. And next week on Thursday, May 22nd, we'll have another great event, which is our Know It All event on LGBTQ Pride. We'll have a great panel of speakers for that. We expect soon to have our new fiscal year, so July to June events posted on our website very soon, certainly within the month, hopefully within a few weeks. And we welcome you to learn more about the different programs that we have events in, not just a children's crafting. We have adult crafting, we have a movie night. So you can check all that out at www.informyourcommunity.org. And as always, we encourage you to like and subscribe to our social media platforms, and interact with us on YouTube as well. If you're a New York City resident, we currently launched our New York City chapter of Inform Your Community, where we are hosting in-person versions of our events at Pier 57, the beautiful Pier 57 in Chelsea for the New York City community or folks visiting. So we encourage you to check out our events calendar for the IYC NYC events. Also, please consider donating to cover the costs of those materials and shipping if you can afford it, to help those who cannot and to help keep our events free. Thank you for coming to this event. Thank you, Ashley, for your interpreting, and thank you, Hanyu, for this amazing craft. And thank you for coming and helping inform your own communities based on what you've learned today. Thank you very much, everybody.